In the first century, conversion looked like that. The people would stand up and they would call out each other. And Peter would preach about the resurrection of Jesus, and John would preach about the resurrection of Jesus, and Paul would show up and preach about the resurrection of Jesus. And that caused people to convert to Jesus, right? You're converted to something in the first century. You're converted to Jesus, the Messiah, the King, right? And they would say things like, Jesus is Lord, which meant Caesar is not. They would have a body of Christ. They would be converted to suffering and persecution. This is wild. They knew what was going to happen when they said yes to Jesus. That yes to Jesus meant something. They were converting to something, but they were also converting from something. And we don't always talk about that piece. What are they converting from? Right? When they start to follow Jesus, what do they give up? What do they step out of to enter into that relationship with Christ? They convert from an entirely different system. They convert from idolatry and from Caesar, from Roman power over them. Do those things go away? No. They still exist, right? They still exist there. But they're not the ways they're going to allow themselves to be ruled. They're not the ways they're going to decide to live in the world. Idolatry, the worship of Caesar, the power of Rome are not the things that are going to determine who they actually are. That's what conversion in the first century looks like. It looks like recognizing the lies of Caesar and the lies of Rome and the idolatry around them. And when they do that, they pull themselves out of it and they join into the body of Christ and they submit to their King Jesus. That's what conversion in the first century